Welcome to Between Us Only.
Hi.
How's everybody doing? How are you doing, Michelle?
I'm doing well.
She's doing well. That's good.
I feel like I was just crying to a video on Instagram.
Yeah, we were going to record this a lot earlier, but
Do you want me to turn down your mic a little bit?
maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
It sounds really loud.
I'm gonna turn down mine a little bit too.
So we were all set up to go earlier this morning, and we've been dealing with our AC unit not properly running, and the maintenance guy came here to fix it, and I leave for Vegas tomorrow, and I'll be gone for a couple days, and you work, so we just had to have him do it now.
Yeah, I feel like that was a major pushback because we were already struggling to sit down and do this. And we were literally just about to start recording, and he knocks on the door. We're like...
It's a sign. It was a sign. No, but here we are. We're still doing it.
We're still doing it.
It's kind of late in the day. It's almost 4 o'clock here. But,
yeah.
But, let's...
But here we are.
Yeah, here we are. So, we're going to do things a little bit... I mean, there's never a way we do anything the same.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I was like, what are you talking about?
I don't know. It's not like we have any regularity in our podcast at all. But we were going to answer
There's no structure.
There's zero structure. But we were going to answer some questions, not on our previous episode, but on the episode before that, because there was a lot of good questions on there for our New York episode. And we thought we would kind of jump back to that and answer those questions, and then maybe...
Well, first of all, just the response from the last video has been amazing.
Insane, right?
Insane.
So, oh my God, guys. What's our following count at on YouTube? It's like...
I think it's it's above 1,200.
Yeah. Which is awesome. Nice. Yeah, so we made our first $8 on YouTube.
We did. It's actually $10 now.
What are we going to spend it on?
I don't know. Maybe we'll buy an avocado.
Yeah, maybe an avocado, because they're about $10 for one in LA. Yeah, no, it's really exciting, though, because Michelle and I started this, obviously, because we wanted just to talk about stuff and set aside time for us to work on something. But really, like, one of our goals was to, like, monetize and hopefully make some kind of passive income with this, you know? And so just
mainly to be able to focus on the things that we are truly passionate about, which is acting and fashion design.
Yeah.
So. And
then this is something that we can
thank you for supporting us.
Yeah, thank you guys. But yeah, to make some money from it is
crazy.
Yeah, it's $10, but it's cool, you know.
Still $10.
Yeah.
You know, we're doing basically the same thing that we've been doing since. When did we launch the first episode? Like August?
A couple months before I left.
September? I think September.
I don't even know. I don't even know what month it is right now.
I think it was like August or September last year. And now, closing in on our 1-year anniversary, technically, for the podcast, we can finally monetize it.
Yeah. And it's our 4-year anniversary of being married.
It is.
That was on the 17th.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, right? 17th.
Well,
17th.
We do have, I mean, for people that don't know, though we've gone over it multiple times.
We have a full episode that we talk all about this. Full episode. If you just go back, I think it says wedding, Vegas wedding, and Sweden wedding, and like the title or something.
Yeah, it says something wedding.
But Michelle and I eloped in Vegas.
Well, what I was gonna say before you interrupt,
keep it to she's gonna go.
Was that we have 2 wedding dates.
Yeah.
The first wedding date is on July 17th, 2021.
Yeah.
And the second one is July 2nd, 2022.
Yeah. So when we're posting stuff, we kind of just agreed, like Michelle and I agreed that July 2nd is our wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
Because it's like...
But we're going to do the July 2nd, 2020. So it's a mix of both.
Yeah. Because we've technically been married since 2021.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I think it's a huge thing. Like, we're 4 years into our marriage. And obviously we have ups and downs. But we love each other dearly and we support each other.
Yes.
And you're my best friend.
You're my best friend.
And I know I'm a stubborn shithead
Yes.
a lot of the days.
I mean, so am I.
we compliment each other.
We're two bulls in this little glass house, but we're managing it.
Yeah. But no, I'm really proud of us. So
yeah,
I love you.
Yeah, we've had our ups and downs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love you.
I love you.
Happy 4 year.
Happy 4 years, baby. So we were going to answer some questions, but I wanted, I mean, you had the idea of talking a little bit about being married.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to let you take that away and kind of, where do you want to go with that?
I don't know. I just felt like that was something that we could like talk about because like 4 years is not nothing.
No.
I know I should have looked up. Do you guys do that here? With like the amount of years is like a certain type of marriage, like a stone marriage or a gold marriage or a silver marriage. Is that a Swedish thing?
Well, I'm sure we
or
have
like
something
like
like
a cotton
that.
marriage, a wood marriage.
I don't
feel
know.
like you guys have it here.
Maybe some. I don't know, but I mean, like, what do you mean, like the honeymoon phase and the like stuff like that?
No, it's like, oh, I'm celebrating 10 years married. Oh, that's our wood marriage or that's our glass marriage. Like it's called something.
Oh, you're celebrating your 4 years married together. That's your plastic. That's your plastic marriage. That's your plastic stage, when you're still strong, but
so fifth. Oh wait.
4.
Yeah. I jumped a year. Sorry. 4 years. I mean, it says it's associated with flowers. Fruit and flowers, but it said that 5 years was wood. So let me go back to 5 years.
That's weird. Why?
I should have looked up this before.
I'm wearing Michelle's hat. It says misguided, but it's spelled MISS. And I really like the fit of this hat. And I don't really wear hats, but my hair's getting long, so.
Your hat is getting long?
No, my hair. Did I say hat?
I don't know. Maybe I just misheard.
I think I said hair, but my hair's getting long, so I'm.
But we like it. It gets curly.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass when it starts
really
getting this length.
Yeah. So I guess the 4th wedding anniversary is commonly known as the fruit and flowers anniversary.
Interesting. We have a lot of flowers.
Especially in the United States.
It's good that I always buy you flowers.
In the UK, it's often called the linen and silk anniversary.
That's weird.
So, first year is paper, second year is cotton, third year is leather, fourth year is floral, fifth year is wooden, 6th year is iron, 7 is wool, 8 is bronze, 9 is pottery and clay.
It's interesting.
But then it like jumps, like 20th year anniversary is porcelain, 25 is silver, 30 is pearl.
Is that like related to like what kind of presents you get?
Kinda. Like I had my friend, she had her parents, they celebrated crystal. I don't know.
So they got a bunch of crystal, like crystal.
So she got her, was it crystal? Maybe. Yeah. 15-year anniversary is crystal. So she got her parents like a crystal bowl. Okay. As like a wedding anniversary gift. So it's like, but I mean, you got me flowers. So
yeah, they're all dead because our apartment was so hot, but
but he still got me flowers.
We have dead flowers in here.
Yeah, he got me flowers. So you did. We did. So next year we have to give each other something wood.
Perfect.
I'm gonna give you a wood spoon.
I'm gonna smuggle back that wood knife that I
made in Sweden. Smuggle? You can just bring it. Just put it in your luggage.
It's pretty sharp.
Yeah, just put it in your checked-in luggage.
I could literally kill somebody with that.
No, in your checked-in luggage.
Yeah, but have you seen it? It's very beautiful. It's a beautiful knife that
on our nightstand in
Sweden. I whittled out of Swedish wood. Yeah, it's in our nightstand in Sweden in Michelle's bedroom. It's a very beautiful piece of woodery that I made.
Yeah. You're so silly. But yeah, so this year's fruit and flowers. But no, what I wanted to talk about before we got on this sidetrack was more like, I don't know, like highs and lows.
Yeah.
Kind of.
That's something kind of hard to, I guess. So, yeah. Okay. You want to do that? Highs and lows?
Why is it hard?
I'm just trying to think, because I feel like there's been so many things, you know?
Yeah.
But if you have anything off the top of your head.
Well, I was going to say, like, if you have to say, like, a high point in our relationship that wasn't like an anniversary, a birthday, like a special occasion, just something that we've done or gone through that was like
I mean, okay, like a real low point.
no, a high point.
First high point and then a low point.
Okay, do low point first.
We want to end on good.
Yeah, we end on good. So low point.
So
first.
I mean, I guess for me, I mean, like really like a low point, I think, even though it's like I felt like we were still good. You know, like you and I, but because you put up with a lot of stupid shit. But like, I mean, literally the day that I like the night before and I quit drinking.
Yeah.
You know, like that was a real low point. I remember just, have we talked about that?
Yeah, I think so. We talked about it when you celebrated 1 year.
Okay.
Sober.
So yeah, I mean that was a real low point. I mean,
I don't think we actually went into details about what happened that night.
It was we went to a friend's birthday party, but it is also Halloween, so we dressed up and I just got obliterated and I wasn't like physically like aggressive with like I wasn't trying to fight anybody, but there was one guy there. You were
verbally aggressive.
There was one guy. No, you have to, because
No, not in like a mean way, but just like you were testing boundaries.
I just was the only person at the party that was drinking. Everybody was sober.
Yeah.
And when I got to the party, I don't even remember anything. But
because he also didn't eat that day.
But also, like,
that's always a good combo. Alcohol and no food.
But I was trying to be funny, and I kept like interrupting everybody talking. And then there was a guy there that was friends with Joseph named like Brett or Brent.
Is that the guy that was in Hocus Pocus too?
No, I don't know. He's like I don't know what he does.
It was one of those guys.
I don't know. I don't know what he did.
I remember that.
No, that was a different guy. I'm talking about the guy that showed up later in the night, and and then I kept putting him in like a headlock.
Yeah.
But not like an actual headlock. I just kept coming up behind him and putting my arm around him, and I didn't know this person, and I kept calling him the wrong name. His name was Brent or Brett. And whichever one of those it was, I was saying the opposite. And I kept doing it. And he kept saying, like, hey, my name is this. He kept correcting me. And I'm just like, I was just being a belligerent idiot. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I threw up on myself in bed. It was bad.
It was a low point for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I didn't even think of that. I think I thought of a different low point, but now when you say that, I'm like, yeah, that was probably a bad low point.
Well, and then just waking up to, I mean, because Michelle
I slept on the couch.
Yeah, because I was
pissed.
But you came in the bedroom the next morning and you said, you need to figure all this out.
I said, you need to get your shit together.
Yeah. And so that was, and there's just been so many moments in my life that like just stupid decisions because I'm drinking, and it's this was a very, very long time coming, you know? Like, and I've quit drinking in the past, but never for this long, always for like, if I can do like a month or something, you know? But this was like, there was just something that shifted in my head. I was like, I need to stop because I can't risk losing you, you know.
Yeah.
And that, although was the lowest point, I think that was the lowest point, I think, and for me in our relationship also became a very high point, you know, because I feel like now the things we argue about, it's like, I don't know, it's just
silly stuff.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Yeah. And not about me drinking a bottle of wine before you got home from work and I didn't eat anything all day and I'm singing karaoke and I'm naked and just kidding. I'm kind of kidding. It's just a lot. Like, I'm already crazy. We don't need to add alcohol.
That was also like coming out of COVID. Wait, what years was this? Was this 2023?
When I quit drinking?
Yeah. That was the fall of 2023. Three. I can speak.
Well, I'm like 600.
You're almost 2 years sober.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like 630
yeah,
days
but
or something.
this coming up Halloween, you're 2 years sober. So that means that 2 years ago, that was 2023.
Okay.
And like that was also, wasn't that the year SAG went on strike?
Yeah, it was a lot of shit.
That was like that whole spring was just like spring and summer was just, it was a lot.
Yeah, it was fucked.
Like we were both very low. We were struggling. A lot of shit was happening, and like I think all of that just led to that low point.
Yeah. Yeah, I always forget about that too.
Yeah.
That like the writer's strike started, then the SAG strike right after that, and then it was like that whole year was like nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a rough.
I feel like 2023
I was drinking a lot.
was not a great year.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think. I mean, and probably something really great happened, but like I can't remember it.
Yeah. Did we find Lucy?
No, we found her 2022. After we got married.
Oh, yeah.
When we came back.
So that was my low point. You want to tell me?
Yeah, that was also the thing. In 2023, in the spring, that's when in January, that's when Lucy went in for surgery. So that's how the whole year started.
Oh, yeah. That was fucked too.
Yeah. So, yeah.
What was your low point? I called dibs on that year. That whole year was my low point.
Just 2023, and I can't say three. Three. Okay.
2023 was, I think, honestly worse than 2021.
Oh, 2020. 2020 was a good.
I know it was
2020
bad.
was a good year for us.
Yeah. I mean, I was still a fucking
no,
mess,
but I mean, that was a good year. Like, we worked still. Like, we had a good, we met. Like, we started dating.
We had a lot of fun. We were, like, always with each other.
Yeah, and then 2021, we got engaged.
Good year. Got engaged.
We got
I
got
booked
married.
American Boogie Woman.
Yeah, we got married.
Mm-hmm.
No, you booked that in 2020.
Oh, yeah. Came out 2021.
Yeah. And then 2022.
Also pretty good.
Pretty good. Like, that's the year that Oliver got epilepsy.
Yeah. Or, I mean, I think he's always had it. That was just when it started showing.
And then we got married in Sweden.
Mm-hmm.
That whole summer was amazing. So, then 2023 was just that was a low point.
Yeah, 2023 was rough.
Yeah, it was rough.
But through the ashes, a phoenix rose. And that phoenix was Andrew being sober.
Was sober Andrew. But a low point, I wanted to say like a low point that I thought of, like the first thing that came to my mind was last summer when we flew to Sweden.
Oh,
and Ellie got stuck in quarantine.
Yeah. That was such a confusing time though, because
it was such a heart-wrenching time for me.
Yes, like not having Ellie with us, but we had so much fun also in Sweden.
Yeah, like the trip to Sweden overall was good, but I also felt like the whole time it was hard to enjoy it in a way, because you were all the time like, I hope she's fine, I hope she's okay. And like I could text them and like they would send me photos of her. But it was just like, I just think of like the moment I'm standing in Denmark at the airport waiting to go through the TSA.
Yeah.
Well, not the TSA, the customs. And I'm waiting, like, they're already kind of, like, the guy was kind of rude, not to, like, just to start with. And he, like, takes my walks into the second room, and I'm just, like, sitting there, and I take Ellie out of her crate. Like, I give her some water, like, give her some treats, like, cuddle with her and everything. And then he comes back out, and he's like, do you have any other paperwork? And, like, I was like, no. I was super confused at first. I was like, no. And he was like, yeah, we're missing a stamp. Like, this paperwork is not valid, blah, blah. And, like, I just remember, like, my heart just sank. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
And, like, I didn't even text you. Because I know how you are in those situations. You just get super pissed about any type of authority.
Well, it makes me mad when they're just like, how did you get here? It's
Yeah.
like they fucking check the paperwork before
Yeah.
I even get on the plane, before they board her. They do all of this.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't be in this situation.
yeah,
Yet
so
here we are.
Yeah, so it's like you think that I snuck onto the airplane with a dog and then put it down in the cargo holding area. Like, what?
And it's just like, the thing that frustrated me was, like, this was 2024 and we can't, like, it has to be this difficult to fly with animals. Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, I don't understand why it always have to be a struggle with animals to fly.
It makes my blood boil. But it's the thing that's like that's so annoying is that they contacted the veterinarian, and the veterinarian's like, the veterinarian in
like,
Sweden.
oops.
Well, they were just like, oh yeah, well, the reason why we didn't stamp the thing was because she was already up to date on her rabies shot. But it's like, okay, so, but the whole reason why we were getting the passport is because we needed that stamp so we could travel. So the fact that she's up to date,
that rabies stamp that we had, paperwork from America, is not valid with a Swedish passport, and the vet didn't know that. And it's like, if you're certified to be able to give out animal passports, then you should know all the rules, all the up to dates.
Yeah.
Like,
and
you can't be making those mistakes.
Yeah, and nobody was held accountable for that. It was just like,
it was just,
sorry,
we had to pay for it.
and
like,
then,
we had to dish out an extra like $3,000 just to pay for boarding.
and another flight to go to take
for
her.
me to fly from Denmark to Sweden.
Yeah,
and then send her straight into quarantine, which like extra $3,000, and then I picked her up 2 days before we were flying home.
Yeah,
back to America.
Yeah, she was there for pretty much a whole month, but
she was there for 21 days.
Yeah, and what's fucked up is, like, she's already, like, Ellie already has
skittish.
all this baggage from when she was little, before we got her.
Yeah.
And that little stint in the fucking quarantine, like, fucked her up a little bit, because we can't even take her to the dog hotel. Like, she gets put into anything that's remotely looks like a kennel or something, she starts just panicking.
Yeah.
And so I really think that quarantine moment with her kind of, like, ruined her because I've never seen her
so happy when we picked her up.
Oh my god, like, literally, like, smile, like, her smile went up to her ears.
Yeah.
Like, she was just so happy and, like, making some of the cutest, it was really adorable sounds. But then she also, like, she jumped into my arms and then shit in my arms, like, just shit everywhere.
Yeah.
Which was just sad, but I don't like Denmark. I have some real beef with Denmark. If you're Danish and you love Denmark and you want to come at me, I'll have that battle with you any day of the week. That wasn't
Denmark's fault.
It's Denmark's fault.
No, it's multiple people's fault. I don't think it's Denmark's fault. I think they should have been more lenient, yes. But also the girl at the thing that Jordbruksverket, which is what it's called, she was super nice.
Yes,
she was super nice. There was another girl there, another lady. She was not nice. She was so, like, she could not care less. And I was like, you are insane for being this, like, cold towards me. But, like, the other girl that I first talked to and that I talked to last, she, like, when we were flying me and Ellie to Sweden to go straight to the quarantine, she was like, I put a blanket in there for her so she's more warm, and she put like a little drink thing because the one that we had disappeared, and then she was like, I put ice in it so it wouldn't.
That's fine. That's the least they can do. We're paying them $3,000. But this is what I
didn't pay Denmark $3,000.
No. Okay. But they made money off of us from fucking. Listen to me. This is why I'm upset, and this is why it's such fucking bullshit. We had all the paperwork there. And the veterinarian that made the mistake in Sweden contacted them, and it still was like, sorry though, it's just a technicality. That's what makes me mad, is that why did they quarantine her? Because when an animal is traveling over into a new country, they don't want to spread diseases to their other animals. That is why they're doing that, you know? But guess what? We had the paperwork. It showed that she had all of her vaccines, and because of that little technicality, they're like, sorry, we're just following orders. Yeah, well, sorry.
Okay, calm down.
I don't like Denmark.
Calm down.
I'm sorry.
But, no, another thing that bugs me is, like, every time I go to the vet to get their updated rabies shot, they just email me, like, a copy of the rabies shot, which technically doesn't do anything because you need the stamp and everything. So that was also another thing, because they were like, if you had the original rabies certificate from your last appointment in LA, then that would have been valid. But since I don't have that from the vet, and the vet wouldn't give that to me, it was like, you know. But
and then we had to give her another rabies shot. Yeah. While she was in quarantine, which is just like, let's just juice her up with all these vaccines that she already has.
So she got 2 rabies shots in the span of like a month, basically.
Yeah.
Because I just updated the other, because you have to wait 21 days to travel to give the new rabies shot, and I think I gave that rabies shot like 26 days before we traveled. So
it makes me so fucking
that was
mad.
a low point.
That makes me really mad. I can just think about that and I get so angry. And we had to travel separately because
also they don't allow more than 1 dog in the crate area.
Yeah. So, I don't know if they changed those rules, but when we were flying, that was the rule. So I flew.
Well, they changed it because before there was 2 dogs, and now they changed it to only 1 dog.
Okay. And yeah, so I flew a day early with Lucy.
Yeah.
And then Michelle flew with Ellie, and I secretly, it's a blessing that Michelle was the one that had to deal with that, because
that was made on purpose.
Yeah.
There was literally on purpose why I scheduled your flight to fly out before me and with Lucy, because I knew that if there was going to be any issues with Ellie and her passport, then I'm going to have to deal with that.
It is a blessing, though, because I would have been.
Knew that if I flew out before you and you had to get to the airport by yourself with Lucy, with me like already being in Sweden, that would have been a whole mess on itself.
I think I would have been fine with that. But what I'm saying is it's a blessing that happened, I think, with you, because you were able to hold your composure. I probably would have gotten arrested in Denmark, and I would have been quarantined for 21 days in Denmark, because
I feel like I'm better at.
I would have uppercutted one of those Denmark soldiers in the throat.
I'm better at functioning in those situations.
I just don't like when people don't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
It's like they're just like, sorry, no, nope, no. Oh yeah, no, I see. The reason why we can't let people in is because of this reason, and I see that you did do that, but it's not properly done. So, and I just don't like that.
Yeah.
I have zero tolerance for that. So.
No, because Denmark is still a nice country. No, Denmark is nice.
No, it's not. It's a dump.
But
it's a shithole dump.
Yeah, no, my dad always told me, because he used to be a security guard, like a bouncer, and also a security guard, but he used to be a bouncer, and he said never argue with a bouncer or a person with authority, because it's never going to go your way. And I was like, fair.
Well, I guess I'm just...
I break down later. I get pissed later.
Yeah,
Okay, but that's our low points.
Okay.
What's your high point? What's your highlight?
Hold on, I have to shake this. I'm reliving that experience right now. It makes me so mad. High point. Does it have to be like an event? I'm just trying to think of like.
It could be literally anything, but not like our wedding or birthday.
I mean, like probably. Do you have anything? Do you have one right off the top of your head? I have two things that that are on the top like that I can think of, but I want to think of like a more, because the moments are just like, well, yeah, of course those are good.
Is there anything about trips?
It was like the New York premiere. Going to that with you was like a really high point. Like it felt like we got to see like all the things we worked hard for, and then got to actually enjoy it in a sense. But and then I mean the trip with your going to Sweden, this last trip was really nice because we just got to like hang out with your nieces and nephew, my godson, and just like relax with them, and that was really nice.
Yeah.
But I'm like trying to think if there was any like really specific moment that just everything felt like perfect.
I thought of one positive thing from 2023.
What?
Our road trip with my parents up to Spokane.
Oh yeah.
That was a good trip.
Yeah, it was.
It was nice to have like.
God, I was so big in that.
No, you were not.
When I look at photos of that, because that's when I was like trying. I don't know why. I was like,
I'm bulking.
I was like, I'm gonna get up to 200 pounds. I wanted to see if I could do it, and I did it. and goddamn, was I holding that in my face? I think my head alone weighed 100 pounds. It's so crazy though, because like when I think back on that, like when I was like,
I still thought you looked amazing,
babe.
But I was big too. I was bigger too on that trip.
We were hibernating.
It was 2023, baby.
It was a rough year. I was drinking so much.
We were holding all of it in.
God, I drank so much in 2023. No, but when I see photos of me, I'm just like, my head is like double the width of it is. Like what it is right now, like it went to here.
No, we did not.
It was so weird.
No, it did not.
Yes, it was so weird.
Silly.
No, but I remember thinking back on that and being like, I was like, God, I'm fucking jacked right now. And
I remember was telling you, he's like, you're getting fat. And you were like, am I getting fat? And I was like, no, you're not getting fat.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, I love them.
No, I do too. So.
Brutally honest. I love that.
Yeah. But goddamn, I was lifting.
But no, I felt like that trip was really good.
Yeah.
And also like I loved our trip to Sweden in 2022.
But that's our wedding.
No, but I'm talking about like the 2 weeks after.
Yeah, but does that really count? I kind of.
That doesn't count.
We were riding a high from our wedding. We had such a good wedding in Sweden, and we had so many. It was. I don't think I've ever. I've never been that level of like happiness, and it just rode through the rest of the trip, you know. So, I don't think that. I mean, if we're not gonna count weddings, then I don't think we should count that.
Okay.
But it was great.
What would you say would be a high point this year so far besides the New York premiere?
This year.
Yeah.
What has happened this year? I mean, probably.
And not the trip to Sweden.
I think a real exciting moment was like a couple days ago when you messaged me and said, "Hey," and you're like, "Hey, we made $8."
That's true. That will be a high point. We started monetizing the podcast
because we literally have been talking about this since we started. Like, wouldn't it be cool if we could start making money with this? Wouldn't this be cool? And then we made.
And here we are. High five.
Yeah. So.
Nice.
Is that your high point though? Sorry, I don't know how it twists that much.
You're like, is that the high point when I'm just disappearing? No, it's not my high point in our relationship, but that would probably be one of the high points this year so far.
Well, it was a goal that we had for our
Yeah.
for our podcast, and so to reach
I
that.
feel like we have so many like I feel like all of our high points is like our anniversaries, birthdays, trips, all the big things. Those are our high points.
Mm-hmm.
But then we also have so many small wins every year. We have so many.
Mm-hmm.
And it could just be like because I feel like every time we set time aside and like do something, like that's a nice little memory, and that's like a high point in our relationship for me,
Yeah.
But I think that's why I can't think of anything
It was nice
else.
having Leah here.
It was really nice having Leah here.
Yeah.
I told her she needs to come back soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully my brother will come here soon.
Okay, so what is your high point of our marriage? Because we're talking about the past 4 years. Just the high point.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm just gonna say I think like just sitting in the shuttle bus with you, like heading to the premiere, like, and just sitting there and enjoying each other, that was really nice. Like, it felt like just a lot, because we've put so much work into into your the amount of work you put into the company you work for as a designer.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you don't get a lot in return, except for you get to see your designs created, and you get to see people like wear your dresses and love them,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still not like I know you want to start your own company and be like just running that fully, but you also put a lot of effort into helping me with like auditions and all that shit. Like there's a lot of effort that gets put into that. And for us to just sit and driving to the premiere, I think, together, and we're all dressed up. You're wearing a dress you designed, and I think that was a really cool moment.
It was.
Because it gave us a pause to reflect and be like, wow, we're doing something right.
Yeah, I need to start designing my dress for season 2 premiere.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need color suggestions. Maybe I should make you a suit. No, I'm never making you a suit. I'm sorry. I hate making suits.
It's okay.
But we're getting you a suit.
I'm impatient. I'd like to just go buy something and be done with it.
Yeah. But we'll get you a nice suit for this next season.
So I guess I don't know. Does that count though? I feel like we're just like we're going back.
But
and
I
forth.
feel like, listen, I'm gonna say it as it is. Our whole marriage is a high point.
Mm-hmm.
We're fucking acing it. And I love you.
I love you too. I mean, it would be nice to be in a house.
It would be nice to be in a house, but we're still here. We're still, pursuing what we love.
Yeah.
And we're getting through, and we're not like, when we're struggling, we're not really struggling to where it's like, it's been some really rough moments. We've had some really rough patches, but we've always pushed through.
Yeah. And that's always due like financial stuff mainly, and then also financially it's been difficult, like with the SAG strikes and the writer's strike and stuff. That was like a rough year just money wise, but yeah. We've said it before and we'll say it again, we're a good team.
Yeah, good team.
I don't know what we have been rambling about for 40 minutes, but
does it say 40?
Yeah.
Marriage, that's what we've been rambling about.
Yeah, but have we really said anything? Because we just went back and forth about New York and Sweden.
Yeah, we talked about low points. We talked about some high points.
Yeah.
A high point every time that we intentionally set out something to do. It's always a high point. Even if it's we're driving down to Malibu to take photos, or we're going out to have sushi at our standard place, or we're just going on a hike with the dogs, or just watching a movie on the couch. Like, it's a high point for me.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too. I
do want to do like a little...
like hanging out with you more than anybody in the world.
I know.
Mm-hmm. It's always funny when Alex is like, you want to go see this movie? And I'm like, no, Michelle and I want to go see that. And he's like, well, it's just
Which
the guy.
Which one was it? Was it F1?
Well, I think that was one that he wanted to do.
Oh, was it Ballerina?
Ballerina. And I was like, I want to see that with Michelle, though. And he was just like, well, it's just me and the guys going. And I'm like, well, Michelle wants to see it, too. So I'm sorry I can't go.
We're a wee couple.
Yeah. By the way, we should go see Superman. I think they wanted to go see it, but I think we should go see it.
Why can't the girls come?
I don't know. They always want to do boy stuff.
Why are the Shellas not invited? No, I'm kidding.
They just want to do guys night.
They want to have boys night.
We can go bowling or something on guys night, but we like bowling too.
We like
I'll have to cancel.
We like bowling.
No.
We should do a game night. We should have people over for a game night with board games.
Oh my god, that sounds like
so much fun.
Long night.
Like Monopoly, and then we're gonna see who's not fighting at the end of the night.
No, that sounds kind of awful.
That
I'm gonna
sounds
be serious.
so much fun.
No.
Start some drama.
We don't have.
Yeah, we do.
No,
We're 7 people.
Let's shelve that. Let's not talk about that anymore. Okay, we're losing our audience here.
No,
I feel like
you guys are just
the past 15 minutes. We're like low point, high point, and they're like,
okay,
they're gonna be like,
let's move on.
Pause, and they walked away.
Let's Well, before we jump into the questions, can I say one thing?
What?
I got 10K.
Michelle got 10K followers. Thank you guys for following
me.
Michelle. Also, I got 100K followers.
You did. Which is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. That's 100,000 people. Imagine 100,000 people in this room.
I'm going to get all of them to hate Denmark.
No. No. Denmark is a beautiful... You have to give Denmark another chance. We're going to have to go back there.
I'm never going back to Denmark.
I'm going to trick you into going back there.
I'm never going back to Denmark ever again.
You're going to like it. We'll make you like it. We'll make him like it.
Sweden used to hate Denmark.
Sweden kind of still hates Denmark.
Perfect. I'm with Sweden on that.
It's like a little sister.
I'm sorry. I can't. I won't ever get on board with them again. Just...
No, I
done.
don't. It's not Denmark's fault. Okay, but jump into the questions.
Okay. All right. These are questions from New York podcast that we had.
The New York episode.
Yes. So, the first set of questions is from Karen Dent 3215. That's her username on YouTube. Karen Dent. Thank you, Karen, for these questions and for your message. We appreciate you listening and following us.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Question number 1. What podcast do you listen to?
Oh, me first. I listen to Two Hot Takes, which they read Reddit stories. I listen to Smosh Reads Reddit, which also reads Reddit stories. And I listen to a podcast called Spöktimmen, which is a Swedish podcast. Basically means ghost hour. And they're talking about... They have a bunch of different subjects, but it's like true crime, unresolved murders, paranormal stuff. And all just different, like... Mostly, like, they're very prone to, like, highlighting, like... women's battles and like kidnaps and like their success stories and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, those are the main 3 ones that I listen to. What about you?
I listen to a lot of shit. It kind of just depends on who is like guests on stuff, but like this might be a hot take, but like I listen to Joe Rogan a lot depending on what guest he has on. I listened to this past weekend with Theo Vaughn. Like he just had Joaquin Phoenix on.
Is that the guy with the mohawk? Not the mohawk. The
mullet.
Mullet.
Yeah. So I typically will look for and then Armchair Expert with Dax Shepard. But it just generally I look for podcasts that have like either actors on
or just generally interesting people. Yeah.
And I know people don't Joe Rogan like gets a lot of flack for stuff, but he has people from all walks of life on there, and I think it's interesting, you know?
Yeah.
But and then I listened to Passion Pod. I just listened to the episode with our beloved Fritz.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Gene was on there, and it was great. Gene is such a he's just a national treasure, and we need to protect him at all costs. I love that guy. He's such a sweetheart. But his episode was really good. I enjoyed listening to that.
Yeah.
It's Tosca's birthday today. Happy birthday, Tosca. We love you.
Happy birthday.
It was Robert's birthday.
The other day.
Yesterday or the day before? The 19th? What's today?
Today's the 20th.
Maybe the 18th. It's the 18th.
Yeah, I think so. It was Friday, I think.
Yeah. So happy birthday to our king.
Happy birthday,
But I don't know. I really also Alex will send me really good stuff too.
Yeah.
Which I think is like the SAG-AFTRA podcast or something. I don't know. He'll usually send me good stuff. I listen to a lot of shit.
Well, you like to listen to a lot of stuff, like even audiobooks. Like I feel like you listen to a lot of audiobooks as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I listen to podcasts when I'm working, because that makes me like, if I'm like making patterns or like cutting or like doing anything that I just need to deep head first into, basically. Or like if I'm sewing, I'm usually watching a movie, but it's like movies that I've seen 100,000 times. So like I know the whole movie, but I'm just listening to it. Like I like the background noise. But it's nice to just like deep dive into something and just like disconnect everything else. Because at work I can do my noise cancellation, which I love. Because then I can just like disconnect everything else that's happening at work.
Yeah.
And just like work. Like I get so much done when I do that.
Yeah, my issue is like depending on what's going on, like if I get an audition for something that like when I got the JFK Jr. audition, I listened to like 3 JFK Jr. like back to back.
Yeah.
And I learned all this shit about JFK Jr. that is now useless for me because I'm like
I mean, it's not completely useless.
But what I like to do is like I like to deep dive on things when I possibly might be using it for something, you know. Yeah. Like I enjoy that. So
I mean, that's like, what you did with BDB as well.
Yeah, I feel like a little detective. Yeah. You know? It's like doing detective work, but okay, that's God. We have so many questions.
I know.
And that was 10 minutes of us talking about podcasts. What is your guilty pleasure?
Ooh, what's yours? Do you know? Do you have one?
What is my guilty pleasure? Probably.
I'm always like, wait, what is a guilty pleasure?
Probably right now is we're watching Pokemon a lot.
We are.
That's like we
are watching Pokemon.
I'm honestly watching it, and I'm just like, why am I watching this right now? Like, it's just in one ear, out the other.
We've also been watching a lot of anime.
Yeah,
which I like it.
Because of what was the movie K-pop Demon Hunters?
Oh my god. That's my guilty pleasure.
Yeah, Michelle listens to the soundtrack.
I've watched it 2 more times.
Since when?
Since we watched it the first time.
But when did you watch it?
When I'm sewing or like.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And I'm listening to the playlist nonstop in the car. I'm like singing along with all the.
Yeah.
They
did a good job. They did a good job.
They did a really good job.
Yeah. And And I was never really big on anime, like ever, until I met you. Then we went down that rabbit hole of watching like all of.
And I'm not a huge anime person. Like I only know like a few selected favorite movies. You know, out of everything that I can name, I'm like, yeah, Spirited Away was my number one when I was little.
What did we watch last night?
And then last night we watched House Moving Castle, which is like, now I feel like House Moving Castle is my favorite, and then Spirited Away is like the second.
I love those movies because of like they have so many big actors that voice all of the characters. Like Christian Bale is
Hal,
which I think is so cool. But when we're watching those movies, I'm like, you know whose voice that is?
You know that voice.
You recognize that voice? I love watching it to guess their voices and stuff.
But it's also like the what would you call it? Not the director, but like the guy that draws.
I know. We should know his name by now, but it starts with an H. Both. It's like. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his name.
Yeah, we would get it wrong, but.
But like all of his movies are really well made. They're so beautifully made. I love how he makes the women in his movies. Like they're always so powerful, and like it's not all about beauty, it's about strength from within, and like all that kind of stuff. Like he has a very nice way of painting women, and he has a very nice way of painting food.
Oh
like
my
the
God.
food almost always
In
looks
Spirited Away, I always like, let's go to our sushi joint.
Yeah.
'Cause I just see the food and then I'm like, let's go get sushi.
In House Moving Castle, when they cook the breakfast and they do the bacon and eggs, and I'm like, I want bacon and eggs now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, we have been watching a lot of Pokemon too.
We
usually had like, when we turn on our TV, the start channel that comes on was usually the news.
Yep.
And now we switch it so it's Pokemon. So as soon as we turn on the TV, it's just Pokemon.
Yeah. I used to watch the news every morning and it just made me kind of like depressed.
Yeah.
It was just like every day there was just fucked up stuff happening, and so and then you just randomly change it to Pokemon at some point, and now it literally has not changed. Like we turn the TV on in the morning and Pokemon's playing. I don't even know what channel it is. It's all it plays is Pokemon.
It's just Pokemon.
All 24/7 Pokemon.
Pokemon movies, Pokemon the series, and everything Pokemon.
Yeah.
It was even, we always put on the TV for the dogs. If we're leaving the house, we put on like a sleep
calm music. It's like for animals, like a
calming music station that just like plays for 12 hours straight. Like that's like the whole video. So you know it's never gonna like run out of time basically. Even though we're not gone for 12 hours, but and then I said the other day, I was like, should we just leave Pokemon?
And I was like, with Oliver having epilepsy and all the weird flashes, I was like, that's not a good idea, because
Pokemon.
He'll go up to the TV and look at it sometimes, and I don't want him to have a seizure because of the flashing lights. Yeah. All those anime cartoons,
they like to watch it with us.
Yeah, but all those anime cartoons, before it starts, it says like it has the warning about flashing lights for people with fucking that have seizures and stuff.
Okay, next one.
God, we've answered 2 questions and there's 10. All right. What fictional character would you like to be friends with?
Oh.
In
Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh?
I feel like he would be nice.
Fictional characters.
Or Sherlock Holmes. I feel like that would be interesting. Right?
Probably for me, either Daddy Tohr or John Matthews.
Oh, you're going straight. You're just doing BDB, okay?
Yeah, I just because it's like the only books I'm really reading right now. Like I just keep going over them. I really like John Matthews' character. I think he's. I'd have to.
I'm really interested. Like I'm on book 5. I'm on Vicious book. But I'm really excited for that. Like, as soon as they start mentioning John Matthew now in the books, I'm like, ooh, what's happening with him right now?
I think he's really interesting.
He just had a fight with Lash at the end of Butch's book.
Yeah.
And then he bit Rat. But you're going with Daddy Thor and Tohr?
Probably Daddy Tohr.
Daddy Tohr, okay.
But I'm just also just thinking about Joel. And I'm already friends with him.
You are already friends with him.
Maybe I just wish he lived in LA so I could hang out with them more.
I think so.
So, What was the question?
Fictional character.
Yeah, Joel. Joel is almost like a fictional character. He's so fucking funny.
I mean, all Swedish people are.
Are they?
Am I a fictional character? I'm like Winnie the Pooh.
No, you're not like Winnie the Pooh.
I'm not?
No.
I'm not like Winnie the Pooh?
No. You're sexier than Winnie the Pooh.
Well, at least there's that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But see, I have the red shirt on. I'm Winnie the Pooh.
You're done. Okay, next question.
Next question.
What is number 1 on your bucket list?
Ooh. To go to a tropical place with you. It could be Hawaii, it could be Bahamas, it could be Tulum, it could be somewhere in Italy.
Yeah.
It could be Thailand, it could be Bali. Like just somewhere tropical and just like a week of just like not doing anything.
Yeah, that's actually, I would love to do that. Like, be at a resort.
Yeah.
And just like phones off.
Yeah.
And for like 5 days straight, we just get up in the morning. We have breakfast.
Yeah.
We go lay by the pool.
We go to the hotel breakfast. We
Yeah.
sit down. It's warm. You have a little fan because it's so hot. And then it's like this whole big spread of breakfast. And you're like, ooh, I don't know what I'm going to choose today. And then after that, you go up to the room. You get ready. And you go down lay by the pool.
We read a book.
You read a book or listen to a podcast.
I kind of want.
Okay,
like,
no
I
phones.
just want like
No
no
phones.
technology.
Okay, we read a book.
I want to put our phones in the safe in the hotel room and just we don't even look at it for 5 days. Imagine.
Can I have my camera though? Take some photos.
Yeah, you can have
Memories?
your camera, but
no,
think about that.
yeah,
But
no, yeah.
really though, like
No,
hold on a
I
second.
would love that. I would love that.
No, like we get to the hotel room, we put our phones in the safe, and we don't touch those for 5 days. That'd be crazy.
I feel like we can do like 30 minutes in the evening to like reach out to our families because we're both very family oriented and just be
Yeah.
like, hey, this is what we did today.
But it wouldn't be cool just to like go off the grid for 5 days.
It would.
Just nothing.
It would be super cool. I would love to do that.
That'd be fun. That's my bucket list too. I want to do that.
Yeah. But no, and then you down by the pool and then you've been down by the pool or by the water all day. You come up, you get ready, you go down and have dinner somewhere. You're all nice, dressed up, and
Then we get lost because we don't have our phones.
yeah.
And we're like, fuck, I don't know
Well,
where
if
we
it's
are.
a resort and you never actually leave the resort,
Yeah.
like imagine it being. But like
but
that's
if
also
we were in
labeled-
Hawaii, we would leave the resort.
Yeah, I know.
But like if we were in,
If we were in Thailand, we would.
if
leave
we
the
were in
resort,
like,
too. Thailand, we will be like going.
we were in Bermuda, we would
between
stay.
islands.
We would stay in the.
Like in
resort.
Thailand, we would like go between islands on like boats and stuff.
Okay, tropical places on our bucket list.
Yes.
What is your favorite season?
Ooh. I've always been a summer girl.
Yeah.
Because it's my birthday and midsummer and summer is magical. But I think I would be in Sweden, my favorite season is summer. In LA, my favorite season is spring.
Yeah. In Spokane, my favorite season was summer because of like skateboarding reasons, and also I was never a big fan of winter. I don't like cold. I'm like against it.
It's like nice for like 2 days.
But
and then
living in LA,
Yeah.
since it's nice pretty much all year round, I honestly like winter in LA because it's still like nice but kind of cool. Like you have cool mornings and cool evenings, and it doesn't ever get like too hot like during the day, but like the sun is still out, so it's still nice, you know?
Yeah. I like the spring because like you can have the days when it's like, like 30 degrees Celsius, or you can have it, it's 15 degrees and raining, but also like all of LA is so green because of all the rain.
Yeah. So, okay.
So
Yeah.
like out of all the seasons in LA, I feel like the spring here is most versatile.
I love LA when it's not during like the heat waves.
Yeah, summer. But that's the fall. I feel like the fall has like all the heat waves in LA.
Yeah.
Like you see the rest of the world, they're like, oh, we started adding layers to our outfits and we're doing all these like fall cozy stuff, putting on sweaters. And in LA, you're like, it's fucking 120 degrees
It's never
until
been that
November. No, but kind of.
Yeah.
Fahrenheit.
I don't know. I like when it's a little bit cooler. in LA, so I could maybe spring too, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. But I also like the rain in LA.
What is something you have done but will never do again? What is something that you've done that you'll never do again?
Oh.
Drink alcohol.
Fair.
That's
a good one.
Yeah. If I ever went skydiving, I would have said that.
I do want to skydive again. I've done it. I want to do it again. I would never want to bungee jump. That feels more scary for some reason. Something that I've done but don't want to do again. I don't know. I can't think of anything.
Have you ever cut your own bangs?
Yeah, but I don't mind it. I mean, maybe bleach my own hair, platina blonde.
Platina?
Platina.
Platina, what's that?
Platinum blonde.
But what's platina?
Platina, that's the Swedish way of
Oh,
saying
I
it.
thought you were saying it was like a slang word.
No,
I was
platinum.
like platina.
Platinum blonde. Or actually, no. Color my hair blue by myself. It turned green.
Okay, well.
I'm never going to do that again.
But you're saying it like as if like, oh, gross, green, but like
No,
blue is also weird.
No, but it was also just a way that I did it because I had these like hair crayons that you like color your hair with. I did it with pink. Pink was really cute. Like I did the tips of my hair. But then I did a whole hair. I was like, I'm going to do blue for a week, and then I turned green. And it was like it was not a cute green. It was like a sea moss green.
Okay. Yeah, let's not do that again.
I was like 16. I have photos, but
Are you better at talking or listening?
I want to say listening.
I feel like you and I can both be good when we want to be on both of those things.
Yeah. I feel with each other we're very balanced, but I feel like with everybody else I feel like I'm a good listener rather than talking.
Yeah.
I also saw this quote that was like, to be a sophisticated woman, you need to be more mysterious and talk less. And I was like, okay. I need to listen more.
I think that's depending on who wrote that. We don't know, but
if I show you the thing, it will make sense.
Well, I think
they formulated it very nice. It wasn't like, oh, if you talk too much, They said multiple things.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think anybody in general, you don't want to be.
You don't want to be oversharing too much.
Well, that's one of my problems. I overshare a lot, and I got that from my mom. I like to.
You do.
I talk a lot.
You do talk a lot. I was gonna say you're more of a talker than a listener.
No, but okay.
You can listen, but you talk a lot. Like when we're in gatherings, you're usually the one holding a conversation, and not in a bad way.
Yeah.
You're just more extrovert in that way when you're around friends.
I just feel like I need to like try to make people laugh. So it's like I'm always looking for that next joke.
Because I feel like if we're out in public, I'm more the quiet one and you're more the talkative one.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, sometimes you just don't say anything.
I thought you were extroverted when we first met. You're introverted.
I like to say I'm both because when we step outside of this apartment, I'm extrovert. But as soon as I mean, kind of. It depends on what we're doing, but as soon as we come back in here, it's like I don't want to leave. I'm like I don't want to go anywhere.
Yeah. So. But I think that's also because we're both homebodies and we don't want to leave our safe space.
We're at an hour and 6 minutes. Okay, we're going. We need to go quick. Okay.
You're fine.
We didn't answer those, so I guess I'll just say I feel like we're good at both of those.
What was the question?
Are you better at talking or listening? I'm going to say both.
I'm going to say listening.
I guess I'm better at talking.
Yeah.
I'm better at talking.
Yep.
Okay. Are you an optimist or a pessimist?
What's the difference?
Well, optimist is like you're more positive and.
Oh, yeah, I'm that.
Yeah, you're definitely.
I'm the positive one.
Yeah, but.
of the two options.
Yeah.
I'm the positive one.
I feel like when I'm out and about in the world, I'm an optimist. But then like when I'm here with you, I can be
You're very pessimistic.
I can be very negative.
Yeah, you can.
Not like
I can literally come to you sometimes. I'm like, why are you being so negative right now?
yeah.
But I think it's also, I feel like it's a balance because I am always very positive.
And then I tell you that there's a serial killer out, and I'm
Yeah.
like, be really careful. I was like, there's a serial killer in LA. And I don't even know if there is, but they said they found a teddy bear wrapped in human skin. And
What did they actually say that there's a serial killer?
I think they were worried.
I've been telling people there's a serial killer.
There was some notion that there's a possibility that there could be, but I think they caught somebody that was allegedly connected to the teddy bear skin thing, but I felt like they weren't 100%. I don't know. I just like briefly see these news articles and
because we don't watch the news anymore. We're watching Pokemon.
But I know what's happening in Pokemon.
Ash just caught a new Pokemon.
Yeah. No, but Michelle's like leaving to go donate clothes to
Crossroads.
Sorry.
Crossroads
No, but you're
expensive.
like you're going out to go do like a good thing. You're like, I'm gonna go donate clothes, like clothes that I don't need anymore. And before you leave, I'm like, there's a serial killer out there, so eyes in the back of your head. He's making teddy bears out of people's skin. And that's like my grandpa talking, because he was always like so worried about things.
No, I would say I'm optimistic.
Yeah, I guess
I'm like glass half full kind of gal.
I don't know. I feel I have to be optimistic for what I'm doing, but yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll just say since you're optimist, I'll be a pessimist.
You could be optimistic too.
Okay.
But you're probably pessimistic.
How do you deal with stress?
You don't. No, I'm kidding. How do I deal with stress? I
like to go work out if I'm like really stressed.
I like to spend time by myself.
I like to watch movies
Mm-hmm.
to forget about whatever I'm stressed about,
Mm-hmm.
and I like to work out, and that's how I like to deal with stress.
I like to make lists.
Yeah, you like to do lists and check things, and
I love lists and being like, check.
I like to do I do mental lists. I like writing stuff down.
I do it on my notes on my phone, and then I do with little check marks, so when you push it, it like clicks it off and then goes to the bottom.
Yeah.
Like you're done.
So
lists.
Next question.
Movies.
How do you admire who do you admire the most in the world?
Like admire, like, and how would you describe that as a like someone you look up to?
Yeah, I guess someone you look up to, someone that maybe just admire, like someone who you look up to. I always just go back to like,
I would want to say my grandpa.
You can't say that. I was gonna say my grandpa.
No, my grandpa. Our grandpas. Good men.
Yeah. Our grandpas. Okay, next. Okay, this is a all new person. This is Book Fox. Or in her German way of pronouncing it, Bucherfuchs. Bucherfuchs.
Perfect German.
Yeah. Andrew, you said you don't take off your wedding ring. Do you wear it when you're acting, for example, as Zadist, or did you have to take it off for that role? Yes. Yeah, you can't keep a wedding ring on somebody that's not married,
Yeah.
So whenever I'm like acting, I take it off. Whenever I'm
unless the role is married.
Yeah, there was what
when you did Dominatrix.
Oh yeah.
You kept the wedding ring
Secret Life of a Dominatrix. I kept our wedding ring on
because you were married to that girl.
Yeah, and they showed me they were like, oh, what wedding rings do you want to choose from? And I was like, can I just wear mine because I like it and it fits me good, and
yeah,
I don't want to put on these like other ones,
Would you want me to buy you a new ring for our next 5-year anniversary?
No, why? No. No. Okay. Why? Why would I want a bunch of wedding rings? Then they're not special.
Be like Victoria Beckham. I think she has like 28.
Yeah, but for me that's like then it's not special anymore cuz now I'm every 5 years I have a new wedding ring. I don't like that.
Okay.
No.
Fine.
I want to have this one on my finger when I die. Okay. But hold on. Going back to the question. So whenever I'm in a acting role that the character's not married, no, I wouldn't wear the wedding ring. And then also when I do certain photo shoots, like paid photo shoots, if the character's not like, if it's not like a photo shoot with like, it's like a married couple or something, then I take the wedding ring off, you know? Yeah. But like if I'm doing like an editorial and it's like not a paid job, it's just like a thing for like promotion and for content or whatever, I always keep it on. Mm-hmm. Unless like the photographer's like, hey, could we do some without? But that's never happened. They've asked me to take my necklace off on some shoots.
I saw someone was asking.
I
with
responded.
The video. Yeah, but for people that didn't see it, for the video when you were playing by the pool, someone said that's.
I answered that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's so the medallion.
Do you want to show it? Do you want to show us necklace?
No, I don't. It's none of your business. It's absolutely none
Stop,
of your business.
I'm not going to be able to say that again.
Okay. So the necklace I wear around my neck, okay, I've been wearing this for years and years. It's like a little medallion thing of Saint Genesius. He's the patron saint of actors, comedians, and performers. He was a Roman actor, and legend has it, mid-performance, he converted to Christianity, and the Romans killed him for it. And now he is the patron saint of actors, comedians, and performers. And one of my first acting teachers gave me and all the other students in the class these medallions, and it's kind of like a little like good luck charm. I think I always try. It's a little
good luck charm.
I always try to wear it. Yeah. I mean, unless it's like being seen, and the director or whoever.
Well, you usually wear it during auditions, like underneath your clothes.
I never take this off.
Yeah.
I never take this off. I sleep in it. I shower in it.
Work
out in it. But when I'm performing, I always typically, if I'm wearing a shirt that you can't, it's like a regular t-shirt.
Like sadist.
Yeah, like
skin
well,
tight.
no, I had to take it off for Z.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like for that one, you had to take it off because it would show through.
Yeah. But I keep pulling it out and back and forth. But
okay, the black one.
Then the black one, Alex Cubis got me and all the brothers this for like wrap gifts. Yeah. So it's like a little Black Dagger Brotherhood trinket.
Yeah.
Keepsake.
Yeah.
So I put that on this, and now I wear it forever for good luck. And
I thought that one also was like a little bit like good luck or something.
Yeah. No, I mean we're part of a brotherhood.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question.
Oh, this one's fun. This is from Book Fox.
Is it fun?
She asked, in an interview, Tosca said that you all had to shave every day for your roles because the brothers don't have any body hair. Was that very tiring? What did it do to your skin when you had to do it every day? How long did it take? Well,
wait, can I tell people?
Sure.
When I first started dating Andrew.
No, you can't tell people that.
No, I'm not telling that story.
That is not appropriate.
When we first started dating, he was shaving his whole body. Because of the job that he was doing for a company that he was shooting for. Yeah. He needed to shave his whole body. So when we first started dating, he didn't have any hair on his body because he was shaving it every day.
I was doing was doing a lot more modeling stuff and a lot of like underwear stuff. Yeah. And one company in particular that I modeled for, I worked for them pretty regularly, but they were like, oh, no body hair. So I had to like shave everything off my body.
Yeah. He was like a little baby seal.
Yeah, which it fucking sucks. I hate it. Like I don't like doing it. But I used my
I remember when you started growing it out, like when you stopped shooting for them, basically, and you started growing it out. I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Man.
I was softer, not prickly or anything. But see, I never used like a razor.
Yeah.
I used my clippers that cut pretty close, and so it's pretty easy. It's not like too time consuming. I never used like a straight razor on my body. I would have red bumps all over me if I did that. But was it tiring? It's not too bad. I would shave my body like every like 3 or 4 days, like with my clippers, my beard clippers with no guard. And then, but I had to shave my face with a razor.
Did you shave your arms for that?
Everything. They don't have any body hair. I know you don't see me because I'm wearing the long sleeve, but I was just doing it for like.
I was just trying to like think of like you coming home.
Well, anyways, the thing that was difficult was that I would shave my face, and I had to shave my face because Z was like clean shaven. I would shave my face every day before going to set because I get stubble within like
hours,
like 5 or 6 hours after shaving my face. So, that actually I got really irritated.
You also have to trim your head every day almost.
Yeah. I was trimming my head every like 2 days, but but with the scar makeup applied on my face and then shaving my face, my skin was like super irritated and like was not happy. Yeah. So it sucked. That sucked. But shaving the body with beard clippers with no guard is actually not that bad. Yeah. You know? Okay. What was the funniest moment during filming the Black Dagger Brotherhood? Probably
all you guys' guy dinners.
Well, we laughed so much during all of shooting. Yeah. But I think like one moment when we were actually physically shooting was the singing day when we had to sing. And I said this in that other interview, the hot takes thing.
You said it in the last episode too.
Oh. Well,
that you and Zach were laughing.
Yeah, we could not stop. Well, Zach started laughing and then I couldn't fucking, you couldn't sing. I'm trying to sing and he's just sitting there fucking cracking up. And then Tosca's like, what are you guys doing? Like, can you please like get your head in the game? And I'm like, this is his fault. He just won't stop laughing. And then I think another moment that I remember is Joel and I, it was just him and me one night and we watched Tiptoes with Gary Oldman and Matthew McConaughey, which is the most fucking crazy movie that I've ever seen in my life. And at the end of that movie, he's like, what if they just started making out right now? And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, and he's like, no, but like really, what if, and then they start making out. And it was just, and I'm talking about, what was her name? I forget the actress's name, but she makes out with Gary Oldman. She's like the lead actress in the film, playing opposite of Matthew McConaughey, but then she ends up getting with Gary Oldman, who plays a little person. And it's just a very, very wild movie.
I still haven't seen it.
Yeah, we should. I would say let's watch it one night, but you're going to be like, why are we watching this? Probably about 15 or 20 minutes in. Probably one of the craziest movies I've ever seen. Got it. But we laughed our asses off watching that movie because it was so crazy. Could you still see anything with the contact lenses for Zetas because they were so dark? No. I mean, it was like if you get your fingers, hold my mic really quick. Can you hold my mic for me, baby?
Yeah, hold on. Give me 1 second.
Like if you get your hands, hold this. Okay. If you get your fingers like this and you just make really little tiny holes, like the smallest holes you can make and still see, that's what it was like looking through the contacts. But I liked it because it felt like I had a mask on, you know, and it kind of, it makes you feel more free. Like you feel like nobody can see you, you know?
You kind of like a kid when it's like, if I can't see them, they can't see me.
Sure, kind of. I don't know, but I liked it. I mean, and they were irritating and they kind of hurt a little bit, but it's like anything that made me feel more irritable and uncomfortable in my skin, it's like that all plays into Zadist. You know, like Z's not comfortable in his own skin, and so any amount of pain or discomfort I could add to it, like I would come to set fasting and haven't eaten all day, like anything that would kind of push me to be like irritable and upset really easily, like just a hair trigger.
Yeah.
I liked it. So I enjoyed the fact that the contacts hurt. Okay. What was it like meeting the other brothers for the first time? Honestly, it was kind of I was pretty nervous at first, you know?
Yeah.
Like I didn't think if you would have asked me what I thought was going to happen after filming, like what happened I didn't think was going to happen. Like we all became really good friends. That would have been the last thing I guessed.
Yeah.
It's not that like it's hard to get along with people, but it's like at this point I've done enough like movies where it's like you end up loving the cast, but then once the movie's over, you guys all part ways. You know, that's just how it is. It's just like it's very rare that you're like, yes, you'll send messages on Instagram every now and then and be like, or you wish someone a happy birthday, but like it's people have their own lives and everyone moves on, and it's like, but this has just been like we all talk to each other. Like
we have multiple group chats. Yeah,
like almost every day I'll talk to one of the guys, and then we're always planning for the next time we're going to do something. So it's like right now we're in talks of doing like a boys' day or something, and we're
in talks of doing a girls' day.
Yeah. And so but that never would have been my guess, you know. And so but I was really nervous at first. I for sure thought there was going to be a fight at some point. Like I was just like, there's too many.
It's too much testosterone.
Yeah, I was like, one person isn't gonna mesh well, and there's gonna be like a fist fight, that never happened, you know. So,
it's also a very big cast.
Yeah, it's a huge cast of people.
It's a huge cast.
Yeah, it's a really, really huge cast of people, and that's like that's difficult to do, and I just think everything was meant to be. Because it just everybody meshed so well together, and we all worked well together, and like I genuinely love all those guys.
Yeah.
So didn't see that coming.
Yeah. Happy surprise.
Yeah.
Supplies.
What was the worst?
What is it? Serendipity. Serendipity.
The movie Serendipity.
No, doesn't that mean like a happy accident or a happy like a happy coincidence?
Yes, I think so. Why you ask me this stuff if you don't know? Serendipity, I think it's like a happy accident. Now I have to look it up because we can't just.
I think it's like a happy accident, a happy coincidence. It's happy something.
Serendipity means finding something good or valuable by chance.
Yeah.
When life hands you a happy accident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next question.
Okay, so these are all your questions. Michelle, I hope this question isn't too personal or direct. Are you ready?
No.
How does it feel to know that Andrew, as Zadist in the series, will eventually shoot the more spicy scenes, or has already had such scenes in the movie Wait With Me? Is it difficult for you to see him in such roles, or can you remain completely calm about it?
Don't give me that face.
Dun,
no, but I feel I feel like I'm mostly calm about it. I didn't have any issues with the Wait With Me. I do feel like BDB is a lot spicier than anything else that Passionflix has produced.
It's pretty spicy.
But I also know, like, that's the thing. Like, I know with Wait With Me, when I see that scene in the movie, I don't see the scene. I just see behind the scenes because I know the whole backstory of what went into filming that scene. And it's not sexy. I'm sorry, but it's not. And no, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's just a job. Like, it's not.
Well, I mean, like, also when we went into it, like, I read the script with you, and even I was like, are you okay with this?
Yeah.
You know, because it was being an actor, you have to do like kissing and romantic stuff, and that's just part of the deal, especially like in my category of characters I'm going to be playing. Like, I get typecast as like
The book boyfriend.
yeah, which is, I'm not complaining about that, but it's but
I always complete opposite.
I always thought like, okay, kissing. I never, when I got the script for Wait With Me, I was like, whoa.
No,
Like,
no.
I still, like, it was all tastefully done, and it was all, we had a great intimacy coordinator. She was amazing. But still, though, it was more than I've ever done.
Yeah.
And so it was like, that was really nerve-wracking, and in a lot of senses. Like, I remember calling you and being like, I feel fucking so bad. You know?
I remember that.
And, but
I remember you called me afterwards, and after the day you shot those scenes, and you were like, I feel like I've cheated on you, and I was like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Like,
because it's still hard to do.
Yeah.
You know?
And I mean, like, it's not like I'm like, oh, I'm like, of course it's a weird feeling knowing that your husband is kissing another woman, because like, that's not fake, you know? But I also know that there's no emotions going into it, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like
Like, yes, you're acting and you're doing a great job in it, but I also know that you don't feel turned on in that situation.
it's at the end of the day, it's like there's a professionalism you have to keep, but it's
Exactly.
but it's
a job.
There's a bunch of people
Yeah.
around us.
There's the sound guy standing there,
So
being
it's like
super awkward.
it's not like you fully are just like getting lost in the moment, you know? It's like there's a fucking guy with a microphone, and then there's like a guy behind a camera, and he's like so it's like it's really it's yeah. At the end of the day, like, we're doing a job.
There is some scenes in season 2 that I'm intrigued about.
About what we have to film. Yeah, I'm also very curious. No, but I know this is you're answering it, but when we first got together, like when we first started dating, this was issues that I had in my previous relationships, and I told you, I was like if this is gonna work, like, you have to understand, like, I'm not changing my path. Like, I want to be an actor, and this is all of what involves that, you know? Like, and I was like, you might be caught up in the moment right now and being like, oh yeah, but I was like, I remember like sitting down with you and being like, this has to be okay with you, because this like, if you believe in me, or if I believe in me, I have to expect that this is going to happen at some point.
Yeah,
you know?
Of course.
And you were very like understanding from the get like from the beginning, and that was another thing that really like drew me to you as well. It's like you were very supportive, you know?
Yeah, because this is your passion, and honestly, like, that's sexier than anything, is that you're super passionate about what you do.
I love you.
I love you.
Did you want to say anything else?
I'm excited for season 2.
The question is, there's more to the question.
Oh, okay.
As his partner,
Got it.
As his partner, how do you deal with seeing how big the Black Dagger fandom is, especially when the fans are so enthusiastic about Zadist?
Oh, I love it. I think it's so much fun. Because you guys are I'm just fangirling with everybody else. Everybody's like, oh my God, Andrew's so amazing. I'm like, I know. I'm fangirling too, you know?
And you also are like constantly showing me things on message boards that people
I'm like, look what people are saying. It's so cool.
Yeah.
No, I love it. People are like, I always see comments that are like, thank you so much for sharing him. And I'm like, he's his own person, you know? I'm not the guard of him. He can do whatever he wants, but I'm just so happy.
She can be the guard of me if she wants.
I'm just so happy that people are seeing the fantastic actor that he is, and like acknowledging that. That makes me
Aw.
so excited.
I love you. Thank you. There's more. You have a lot of you have a lot of questions.
Okay.
When you read the books, do you picture the other actors' faces like Andrew as Zadist, or do you picture them as they are described?
I picture them as the actors, which is why I feel like it's getting slower and slower for me to going through the books, because it's harder and harder to read it.
Because you're picturing everybody?
Yeah. And like you have some scenes in there where you're just like, I don't want to be picturing this. Like I know there was one part in Butch book where he walks in on Vicious like having BDSM sex with a girl, and I was like in my head I was like, I don't want that mental image in my head
of Sia.
Yeah, of just Michael walking in on Sia, and I was like, oh no.
That's funny.
But no, I read the characters as how the actors looks. Like I can't even think of how they're described in the books because I just see the actors.
Yeah. Well, this is one thing I want to say. There's so many points in the series, like especially in like Lover Eternal, there was like a couple moments specifically that I like wanted to underline, because there's like this whole debate that people are talking about. They're like, Zadist and Fury, they're identical twins. Yes, we are identical, but there's multiple times in the series where characters they say how we don't look anything alike.
Yeah.
Like it's said multiple times.
Yeah.
But
I'm excited about that in the end of your book, where Fury shaves his hair off and cuts his face.
I don't think he's gonna shave his head.
You don't think so?
I mean,
You're gonna do a ball cap?
I don't know. I said to him, I was just like, I was like, aren't you excited that
you're gonna shave your head?
Well, there's just these two moments that I love in Lover Awakens so much. It's like the beginning when we have the flashback scene when he saves me, and I have long hair.
Yeah.
And he's holding me up against his chest in the cave before I wake up, and I like scurry behind a rock.
I want to see you with the Fury wig on.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have long hair, and then. And there's that moment where he's holding me, and I can feel him like breathe, like I could feel the warmth of his body and his breath in his lungs. And then when I wake up, I scurry behind the thing. And then at the end of the book, when I go to rescue him, but then
he's laying in your arms.
By the way, spoilers, guys, don't listen. I feel like
guys know these books.
Yeah, but then, like, how I go to save him, and he shaves his head to pretend to be me, and with Mr. O, and all that stuff. But then when we're driving in the bed of the truck, and I'm holding him, and he has a shaved head, and I'm obviously have my shaved head, and I'm holding him, and I'm singing to him and stuff, and it's like this. It's just I'm so excited for both of those moments.
Yeah.
And like just the screenshots of it, like the screen grabs that people get of like the moment of when we're in the cave, and then the moment in the back of the truck, and like how we look similar in those moments, I'm just so fucking excited for that. I really
just know there's gonna be like a behind the scenes photo of you and Zach standing together, both having shaved head, both having the scar in your face, and you guys are gonna look pretty similar.
Yeah.
Like
I sent a photo one of the first days I met Zach. We were in the makeup like test stuff, or like we were at the Passion Flicks like studio place, and we met there, and we took a side-by-side photo, and I sent it to my mom, and my mom was like, she's like, I see a lot of similarities to your guys' bone structure and stuff, and and obviously we aren't identical, but
obviously
we don't have the same parents, but for the sake of the story and the characters, like I think casting wise and just our personalities, it would be a disservice to the characters for one actor, I think, to play both. Not saying that it's not possible, but because of how different they both were brought up, there is these like very specific differences, and I just don't think it's like people get so stuck on like, oh well, they're identical twins, they're supposed to look identical, and it's like, well, Z was a blood slave for 100 years that was sexually and physically abused,
Yeah.
and he was malnourished and all of these things, like mainly chained to a bed for most of his life. So it's like, and Fury was part of the aristocracy. Yes, he looked for me for a good portion of his vampire
Life.
after he transitioned, but he wasn't malnourished and he wasn't abused. He dealt with his own problems, obviously.
Demons, yeah.
But brought up very differently. So we physically are going to look different.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just the fact. Like, if I took two twins and put one of them in a cell and tortured them and let the other one be able to
live a somewhat happy life.
Not saying Fury lived a happy life, but somewhat normal. He was able to feed himself and eat.
He still had a family. He still
kind of.
Yeah.
But
he still lived in freedom.
Yeah, those two people would look different.
Yeah.
They would not look the same.
They would be shaped by the environment they grew up in.
Yeah, and so like people really need to keep that in mind. But I don't know.
Next question.
This is for both of us.
Okay.
This is still from Book Fox.
Mm.
What is your favorite holiday of the year and why? Mine's Christmas. Shit. Yeah. Christmas.
I mean, I love Christmas too. I love Midsummer. But I would say a holiday that I really like that's new for me is Thanksgiving.
Okay.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I like Thanksgiving too. But Christmas is still my favorite.
Christmas is a really nice holiday. I really love Midsummer. Like, I feel like Christmas and Midsummer for me is like on first place.
Okay. If you could choose which country to live in other than one you currently live in or were born in, which would it be?
For Andrew, it would be Denmark.
Maybe to go there and be like
no.
Like mess things up. Like unscrewed door hinges and like just be like a pest.
No.
To everyone's day-to-day life.
No.
Not like violent, not hurt anybody, but like go there and like unscrew things.
No.
Like in chairs, so when they sit down they fall. Or
I would probably say Italy.
What part?
Like somewhere around the Amalfi Coast. I feel like I would like it there.
And we would just like ride bicycles around every day.
Yeah. We would just enjoy life.
It would be really hard for me to live in Italy and like not want to like drink a glass of wine. If I was there,
we will make lemonade.
Yeah, no, I could definitely do it.
My dad was like, because I was talking to him and he was talking about retiring in Italy in the future and open up like a wine yard that you like rent out rooms for like work conferences or like weddings or just for people to stay at, and it's like a wine yard. And he was like, yeah, and Andrew, he can manage the bar. And I was like, you're so mean. He was like, well, I know he wouldn't be drinking anything.
That's funny.
And I was like, well, that might give him a reason to start.
That'd be funny. Okay, so Italy for you?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like Italy has the most, because I feel like it would be somewhere in Europe for me. And I feel like Italy is kind of like in the smack center of Europe, that you're close enough for everything, you know?
Yeah, I guess I'm going to say Italy too, because you'll be there.
Yeah.
Okay.
He goes where I go.
If you were a superhero and had an arch enemy, what would your superhero ability be? Well, I just think it'd be cool to like heal fast.
Yeah.
I don't really know how that'd be beneficial as a superhero. Like, Like Wolverine's.
Well, you're already strong, you know? That's where you have the beneficial of healing. Because you're already a strong person. So if you heal, then you could just, like...
I'm a strong person.
Fight people.
I just love the idea of, like Wolverine's ability is that he heals quickly.
Yeah.
Like if you shoot him in the head...
He also is,
But
like, full of...
But he also has the metal the antiantium, or I forget what
the metal thingy.
The metal coating all of his bones.
Yeah.
So there's that. But
would you do that? Would you be Wolverine?
Yeah, I would love to be Wolverine.
I would be Mystique.
Where you can just change into other people.
I guess.
A shapeshifter.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Kind of cool.
Yeah. And weirdly, when she's in the blue form, she's still hot. Even though she looks like a fish or
Avatar.
something. Yeah, like a pokey avatar. You should do that for Halloween one time. Just paint yourself blue, and then I'll be Wolverine.
Okay, sure.
That'd be fun.
Put my fish shell all over my body.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just make a morph suit.
No, we'd have to paint you.
No.
Your boobs would be jiggling around.
No. Okay, next question.
Next question. Okay. This is a new person. Thank you, Book Fox. And thank you, Karen Dent, for the previous questions. This is by Lovin' My Beast. So I'm not used to watching podcasts. Just curious, what do the headphones exactly cover while talking into the microphone? As I've always been intrigued to know if when singers wear those earplugs when they sing, if they can hear either fans sing back to them or not. So,
well, thank you for watching this podcast.
Thank you. Yeah. Sorry. Well, the reason why singers wear them is to help them stay on key or like in tune, and it also protects their ears from like how loud all the instruments are on set. But they have like they're hearing their own voice and the other band members at a safe level, and then that keeps them on key.
Yeah.
And then we do it because
otherwise we would be speaking over each other.
Yeah.
It's just like you don't hear if you wouldn't have headphones, like you hear the other person talking, but it's a different way of hearing yourself and hearing the other person in the headphones.
Yeah.
So like we could be podcasting without the headphones. We just like it.
Let me give you an example. So I can hear what I'm saying right now, and I can hear when Michelle's talking, but if we didn't have these on, this kind of stuff would happen more. Talk, Michelle. Totally. And yeah, and then
I don't like
and then
that.
I don't like that. But yeah, keep talking.
No,
I don't want to talk when you're talking. Yeah. That type of stuff happens when you don't have headphones in because
you don't notice it.
Yeah, you just don't notice, like, cuz like when you're with people and you're all talking, it's not as abrupt when you can hear their voice right inside your head.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And also with the podcast, it's just like it's made for talking, so it's more likely to interrupt other people because you're in this conversation and you can think of something and you're like, oh, I need to say this, but it's harder to break in if you just like it's harder to interrupt if you're hearing someone else talking in your ear, basically.
Yeah.
So that's what they do.
Yep. Next, thank you for that question. I hope that helped you, and I hope you hear this, and peace be with you. Last question. This is by Lissy Katke. Lissy Katke. LISSYCATKY. Michelle, how long have you been sewing? And do you have any tips or websites that show you certain ways to sew a pattern? How much money have you spent on schooling? Let's start with that.
A lot.
How many degrees do you have?
I have 3.
In what?
So I think a lot of people think that I'm a photographer.
Yes, let's clear this up. Michelle likes to take photos of me.
That's a hobby.
Yeah.
I did take a few classes in photography in school, but that's purely a hobby.
Don't confuse people. What are your degrees in?
I have 3 degrees in fashion design.
Michelle is a fashion designer. She works at a company here in LA, and she is their head designer, and she designs their dresses. She's a designer, not a photographer.
Yeah.
Designer, not a photographer. Good photographer. We like her photography, but designer. Fashion designer.
Thank you for cleaning that up, baby.
I had so many people at the premiere come up to me and they're like,
yeah, I know. I had some people too come up to me.
and I didn't know how to like be like, she's a fashion designer, because they made you gifts like with photography things.
I know. And
know?
I appreciate them
Yeah.
a lot.
Great gifts. And Michelle's a true artist, like in all forms.
I just want to do creative stuff. Like that was the only thing, because in Sweden, when I was choosing where I would get my first degree, I was 14 years old. That's when you have to pick. You go to a big like convention center basically, and they have all these different schools offering all these different programs, and you have to like go and talk to them and do all this stuff, and you're 14 years old. That's also when you do all that what are those tests called? I want to say STDs, but that's not what they're called. SITs.
SITs.
That's right. SITs. That's like the big test that you do in school to get into like college.
I don't know. I dropped out of high school. SATs.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I thought you said SITs.
Oh yeah,
SATs.
Yeah, SATs. Yeah. So that's, you do them in 8th grade when you're 14, and then so I did my first degree. I started that when I was 16. I got done with that when I was 19. At 19, I did my second degree that I got done with when I was 20. And then I moved to the state at 21 and did my third degree. Got done with that when I was right after I turned 20. Right before I turned 23. And they're all in fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Did I need that third degree? No.
But you learned a lot.
But I learned American terms.
Well, what I think is interesting is that...
And I got to move here and meet this man.
Yeah.
Work at Fashion Week in LA. Meet this sexy, handsome boy.
What's funny is Michelle has, like, since I've been with her, I've been more exposed to, like, more other fashion designers, people you've talked about. And what is a common trend with a lot of designers is they don't know half of the stuff Michelle knows. Michelle can design it, sew it, make the patterns for it to be distributed and high
graded.
Yeah, she knows how to do every single thing, not just like the knowledge of it. Like she does it here. She does it all the time. Like she can.
It's behind this curtain.
Yeah, it's behind this curtain. She literally can. She's a one-man band. Okay, is what
one
we
man
like.
Show?
One-man band is what we like to call it here in America. She does the whole kit and caboodle. You know.
I'm a what is it called? A Swift knife? What is it called? What is the knives called?
I don't know.
Those knives that has like a scissor and like a little...
Oh, a Swiss knife. A Swiss pocket knife?
Yeah, I'm that.
Okay.
That's what we call it in Sweden.
Yeah.
But no, I've been sewing. What was the first question?
So, Michelle, how long have you been sewing?
Okay. So, in Sweden, you start taking what I guess you guys here call home ec. Home ec. In Sweden, it's just called sewing classes. You start that when you're 10 in Sweden, and it's just sewing. So you do, in my school, we did 6 months of sewing and then 6 months of wood shop, and then you did that for like 3 years. And then after, like, when you start high school, you get to choose if you want to do wood shop or sewing, which I chose sewing. But it was also because my grandma was, she wasn't a fashion designer, but she was a seamstress. And she had her own store. And I remember when I was little, my grandma used to come over to my parents' place to borrow their sewing machine, which I don't understand why, because she had a whole sewing studio in their house. But she would come over and she would do like these side jobs from the store, where she would like hem pants or like fix buttons or something for clients. And I remember I was asking my grandma, I was maybe like 7 or 8, and I was like, what are you doing? And she was like, I'm basically taking clothes apart and then sewing them back together for money. And I was like, that sounds like a dope job. And then here I am, fashion designer. But I was always like telling myself, whatever I was going to be doing in life, it had to be something creative, and it had to be something where I'm working with my hands. I was looking into fashion. I was looking into interior design. I was looking into architect. I was looking into florist. I was looking into photographer. I was looking into so many different, but then fashion just was something I was most drawn to. So here I am.
Here she is. The next question of this
Websites.
Wait, I wanted to say this. So all of the like other fashion people that I've heard you kind of talk about, or like people that you like know through work or all this stuff, the one common thing that I found is that like they would be good at like one thing. They would be really good at like sewing, or they were just good at the designing part, or they were.
I mean, and most people have like something that they specialize in. I know there was one guy, I fit him, he was amazing at doing corsets. Like he did amazing corsets. I was like, oh my god, his corsets are amazing. And then like I was talking to Sarah, that came from Midsummer, and I was asking her, I was like, what's your like area that you like doing? And she said, she's like, I love doing jackets, like outerwear, like thick pants, like jeans and outerwear jackets, which I don't like doing that because I think I don't have the right, I'm missing some equipment to do that because I don't have the right presser foots and the right needles to do that. But so everybody has like their own area.
But what I thought was always interesting is that like from other things that I've heard, it's like you know the entire process of what it takes when you're like like for a company to like to make a article of clothing in like a high amount or whatever. Like you know all the steps, and not just know it, like you physically can do it. Yes, that's more time consuming and it's not realistic for you to be doing all of that. But that's what I think is really cool, is that you don't just like what's the saying I'm looking for?
Well, I think that's also just like experience and education combined.
Yeah, no, but I think it's cool.
Yeah.
You know? I think it's cool that you know every aspect of your job, and you're not just like, oh, I just know how to like design the thing, but I don't know how it gets made. Like I love that you don't need anybody to help you get your thing done. Like you can just bypass everybody. Well,
that's also something that my dad said, because I remember when I first told him, I was like, Dad, I'm gonna be a designer, a fashion designer. And he was like, I was like 10, 11 maybe when I said this. And he was like, you know, it's like 1 in a million to actually succeed. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be that one. And he always told me, he was like, because my dad is a business owner, and he said you can always hire a person to do something for you. But he was like, the best way to run a business is always knowing how to do it yourself, but then hire someone else so you don't have to spend that time, because time is money. But he was like, if you also know the job that goes into it, you're never gonna be like tricked or fooled. Well, no, you'll know how to do it properly. And then when you hire out for that, like you just will be able to see if there's any mistakes or anybody cutting corners, you'll be like, you're not doing that how it should be done. But it's, I don't know, I just wanted to say that I think it's cool, because it's like I've met a lot of your
colleagues or people that are in this industry, and it's like they're always like on one thing, but you've always been able to do all of them.
Well, that's usually because someone gets stuck doing one thing and then they don't like, especially if you're working with it. Like, for example, now I'm working with prom dresses. So I'm more comfortable doing prom dress stuff than anything else because that's what I've been doing for the past 3 years.
But also, like, you got hired.
Or like Hilda, for example.
Yeah. But I think what's impressive is like you got hired by that company to do swimwear, and you never did swimwear.
Oh, I was freaking out the first week.
Yeah, you like did a deep dive on like how to.
I did. I was like, how do you design swimwear?
Yeah, and then you became really good at it.
Well, I'm still learning. Like, I feel now, because I'm working on some stuff myself now. I don't do swimwear anymore because they kind of dropped that line. But now I started deep diving into it myself because I was like, I actually want to learn how to make a good fitted bikini, you know? And I feel like I'm finally, after like, I think I'm on my 7th sample of like just small adjustments. I feel like now I'm finally on a good sample of like, and that it just takes a lot of practice and small adjustments, and you have to make mistakes, and that's how you learn. So yeah. And I'm usually very curious of learning. So
the question that she had on the second part, she said, do you have any tips or websites that show you certain ways to sew a pattern?
I don't. I have my books.
You want to recommend any pattern books for someone that wants to learn how to make patterns?
They're in Swedish.
That's not helpful.
I have. Do you want me to bring out one that's in English? It's like a big folder. And the thing about that one, I don't like that as much as my Swedish ones. The reason I keep coming back to my Swedish ones, those are the ones I used when I got my first degree. And they're so good because they have so much insights. They are so good at showing and describing the process.
Well, why don't you just get because this is Lissy Katke, why don't you send her a link to that book?
Yeah.
On YouTube.
But that's what I'm saying. The one that I got here in America, it's not as good.
Oh.
It's like it's harder to follow. Huh. So I wouldn't say that's not a beginner book.
Yeah.
That's like a hardcore pattern making book. But I would say if you want to like start sewing, like go to thrift stores, or like now you don't have Joann, but any type of store. I think Michael's is going to start taking up some of Joann's stuff, but where you can buy patterns. And I would just start there. You can also get on Etsy, get like sewing patterns, and just start there. And like, I know there's a lot of people that are like selling patterns, and just start sewing like easier stuff, and then you can just start, because once you have a finished pattern, it's easier to start there just to get comfortable around the sewing machine. And like, I even think like sewing some stuff like household stuff, like, do you want to bring the, like, didn't sew for a long time, and then I was like, I want to start sewing again, so I made these
placemats,
little placemats, you know, just they're reversible. This one has like a little pattern like that, and then this one has a little pink thing on the side. But I think it's important to just start small, because that's going to grow the interest. Like, sewing is a memory muscle. Like, if you don't do it, you're going to start losing it technically, and you have to start warming it up, and it takes time. It's very time consuming. It's very, you have to have patience, because also if you're stressed, everything is going to go wrong. You're going to be sewing wrong. You're going to be sitting and spreading threads all the time. But I would just recommend like getting those patterns, and then once you feel comfortable with those, you can start like maybe adding some of your own, like change the color or change the hem, or shorten the sleeve on a piece of clothing or something like that. And then honestly, YouTube is really good for sewing. Like, I know a lot of people that just started sewing, like they got a sewing machine and just started doing what they're passionate about. Like, just, I see this dress, I want to try to make that dress, and then just go for it. Also, like, if you have a piece of clothing that fits you really well, just mostly, like, lay it out on the fabric and just cut it. Like, it doesn't have to be complicated. It's not going to be couture when you start sewing. You're not going to be doing couture the first year. I don't even do couture. But it's just, like, you're going to get more adventurous. You're going to be exploring more, and yeah, it's a muscle.
Next question. She said, I am having trouble sewing something in my head for a cosplay rain fair.
Mm-hmm.
How did you start sewing, and what was the first thing you ever made, and do you still have it? So
message me privately with what you're struggling with, and we can try to figure it out for your cosplay.
Lissy Katke, message her privately.
But what the other one? What was the other thing?
How did you start sewing? You kind of said that your
Yes.
grandma.
Yes.
And what was the first thing you ever made, and do you still have it?
The first thing I ever made in sewing class was a hoodie. It was a gray hoodie, and the muffs, is that what they're called? What are they called?
Not muffs.
They're called muffs in Sweden. But
Cuffs.
Cups. Yeah, they're called cups here. They're called muffs in Sweden. Muffar. Those were like pink and green fleece, and then like the hoodie was gray, and then I had like decorative stitching on the pocket, and then the inside of the hood was also like the same color, and I still have it somewhere.
Is it in Sweden?
Yeah, my mom has it somewhere. And then the second thing I think I made that I have still is I made a one piece. And it's so ugly.
Like a pajama one piece?
Yeah. Like, but you know the brand One Piece?
No.
It was a really big brand, at least in Sweden. But it was like basically, think of like a one piece for a baby, but for adults.
Yeah, one piece, like a pajama thing, like with footsies. Like you have
No, it didn't have any footsies. But it was like the pant was like low, you know, so it wasn't going up all the way, and it was like very baggy, very oversized.
Yeah.
And like me and my brother had in one each, and they were like fuzzy, like it felt like a teddy bear material. Mine was navy blue. But I made one myself that was black and orange. Looks like a big ass pumpkin. I don't know. I really loved those colors when I was younger.
They're very emo.
I made some very questionable color choices. But everybody has to go through that phase.
She was in her scene phase though.
I was.
You were like MySpace emo scene.
I was a scene kid. But also when I did my first degree at the end of that year, I did my first collection, which we had a runway for, which I also still have. So yeah.
She's a fashion designer, not a photographer.
I don't know if you've seen it, but in our closet, closest to the wall on your side of the rack, in the corner, is like a bunch of stuff hanging in there in like these clothing bags. That's like sewing projects that I've done that I don't know where else to hang. So I hang it on your clothing rack.
That's good.
Sorry.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? That's all the questions that we had from our New York episode.
Yeah.
God damn it. It's fucking 6:00. I'm so tired.
Oh
this is
God.
the problem with doing these late in the day. I'm like, I
know. The plan was that we were going to do it in the morning. And then last night, we didn't get to bed until 1 a.m. because we both fell asleep on the couch watching House Moving Castle. And then we were going to do it at 12:30 today. And then the AC guy came, and that took 2 hours. And then one thing led to another. And then now.
You're going to have to edit this.
You're going to edit it.
I leave for Vegas tomorrow morning. My
Shit.
flight leaves at 6:30 a.m.
I don't want to edit this.
Well, let's wrap this up because I'm going to fall asleep. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We will see you when we see you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.